Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday, December 18th board, meeting of the Board of Elections. We would like to wish everyone a happy holiday, happy Hanukkah to our Jewish listeners and friends. And we do have a quorum, and I will declare this meeting to order at 4:02 p.m. Everyone should have received the agenda for today. Are there any questions, additions to the agenda?
None for me.
I move that we approve the agenda.
Second.
It has been properly moved and second that we approve the agenda as disseminated. Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Hearing and seeing none, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed have a right. The ayes have it. Do want everyone to know that we do have two of our members, Terrence and Maria, are live with us. We also like to welcome back so we can see her, not just hear her, is Abigail Goldman, our Deputy Executive Director.
Back at jail.
Members, before you have the minutes of our last meeting. I move for approval of those minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes of the November meeting.
I second.
Has been properly moved and second that we approve the minutes of our November meeting. Are there any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed have a right. The ayes have it. Thank you. President's remarks is simple. I'd just like to thank the staff for welcoming the board, inviting the board to their holiday luncheon on yesterday. It was very enjoyable for those members who attended. And we'd just like to thank the staff and continue to do what you're doing to improve the relationship and the outreach to the board members. Had no other comments other than that. I will note that we will be going to executive session today on a personnel matter at the conclusion of this meeting. We'll get the report from our director, Mr. Tatum.
Thank you, Mr. President. I provided to you within your file a director's report dated December 18th, 2025, and which provides a summary outline of the activities that the office participated in from the last board meeting until today's board meeting. As outlined in your document, it indicates our level of stakeholder engagement from interagency meetings. It lists the number of outreach activities that we conducted during the month of December, the last week of November and the month of December. There is an election plan update, which includes the relocation of 2 polling place locations that you all will need to vote on today. And Ms. Abigail Goldman will make a report on that shortly. There's an update there related to election judges, recruitment and training as it relates to the number of judges we've received correspondence from, and lists the number of meetings and trainings that we've attended over the last 30 days. And also included a note there that indicates that the board members will receive in the month of January a link to file their ethics report. So be on the lookout for that. And there's voter registration activities as it relates to the latest updates for December, as of December 2025. The second page of the report indicates that, or includes that I have actually served a little bit more than 90 days as the director of the agency, and I'm very excited, remain excited. And I'm learning and seeing that the staff are doing some really good things, and I'm excited about the direction that we're moving in. As it relates to teamwork and communications, customer service, we continue our internal administration meetings with our team leads. We've had interactions. I've had interactions specifically with board members, Board Member Williams and Board Member Novi. I've had conversations with Board Member Bismill and also with Mr. Threep. The city interactions include meetings with DGS, the Department of General Services, Baltimore City Information Technology, and the Comptroller's Office. All of those related to agency operations and the potential warehouse relocation, which I'll report on shortly. External advocacy interactions have included the Baltimore Votes organization. We've reached out to the teachers union continuously, the school board president, as well as the council members, Odette Ramos and Councilman Blanchard. And we've had interactions with the Chamber of Commerce. We've reached out to the retired teachers union president to attempt to identify potential trainers from the retired teachers corps. We've reached out to the school board president, and we participated in a voter registration distribution training program with the Baltimore Votes, and board member Ashley Esposito was present and made a presentation to the students, which I thought went very well. As it relates to initiatives for the office, we continue our conversations with the Comptroller Telecoms Division related to voice over IP updates to the telephone system for both agency operations as well as for the Election Day Help Desk platform. As it relates to election equipment updates, the state has informed us that the ePollBook award for a new vendor and a new ePollBook solution has been solidified, and they anticipate a delivery schedule of the first quarter of 2026 calendar year, 2026 for ePollBooks to be delivered to us. We're awaiting and anticipate receiving a cost estimate for what the board's cost would be to receive the number of ePollBooks that we will need. And as it relates to new voting system updates, the state board is continuing its RFP process and anticipates having some level of communication to make to the local boards, perhaps the first quarter of 2026 as well, but perhaps mid 2026 at the latest. Software updates, we're continually working on our election judges management program acquisition. We are, as it relates to education and training tools, our staff has started shooting videos for the to capture the election process from each position within the polling place so that we can train the judges with those videos, as well as train the public with those videos. And we've been in communications with a platform which will allow us to house those videos so that those judges can access the videos and replay them at any point in time that they'd like to see them. And then we'll talk with BCIT about how to house the videos on our existing website.
I know, just a quick question in reference to our conversation with you in reference to Spanish. Have we considered, or are we looking into putting those same videos into Spanish?
Yes, we have made a note of that, and it will be a question of how we translate that information. We've reached out to, Baltimore CC?
Awesome.
Also.
Oh, Charm.
You meant Charm City.
Charm
TV?
City TV.
Charm
So as we've asked them for some support in helping us with the video edit. So as we go through that process, we'll talk with them about translations and the like.
One more comment. I think it should be noted that you did reach out and met with the GOP.
That is correct. I did meet with the GOP Central State Committee, and I thought we had a very good conversation, and they asked some very good questions, and I committed to interact with them and to provide them with information as I will with the other committees in the state, in the city. The next update is related to the
I just wanted to ask, for the video editing, you will also add closed captioning, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
For the 2027 fiscal budget submission, we submitted our 2027 budget proposal and justifications to the budget department. And we have our justification meeting scheduled for a date in January 2026. And that's a process where we sit down with our budget analysts and the budget department heads to justify why we are asking for the level of budget that we requested. As I reported in one of our earlier meetings, I believe it was October of 2026, our current level of service has been pegged by the budget committee at $11,795,800, with new enhancements to include the new election judges training platform. That amount also includes a lease payment for new warehouse space, as well as moving expenses for new warehouse space. But as you also see, there is an update to you regarding the existing warehouse project. So I'll get into that shortly and talk about what that means. But be that as it may, we're prepared to meet with budget in the first weeks of January to justify the level of budget that we've requested. As listed on your documentation there, I've identified the current level of services associated to that $11 million, and I've identified them as cost continuations that require contract acquisitions, with meaning that we have to go through the procurement process. And I've listed those for you as main categories of expenditures: election security, which is for Dropbox camera security; equipment preparation, which is the McAfee Services Company, which will support us in the election preparation and distribution and deployment of the election for the primary election; the taxi service contract, which is a tool that's used to transport judges from the headquarters and from the warehouse to vote polling locations throughout the city on election day to replace judges that may not have appeared or showed up for work. There's polling place expenses, which we pay the private polling places for the locations for the use of their facilities. And then, of course, there's election judge expenses. Those don't go out for contract acquisition, but there's expenses associated to paying the judges who work for us. The cost continuation expenses are election training, election worker training, and that's a contract with the state. We reimburse the state for the services provided for election judge trainers. And of course, there's the salary expenses, which is a reimbursement to the state. And then there's the county billing, which you all are familiar with, which is a reimbursement to the state for state services, the equipment purchase and the like. The continual level of service enhancements I mentioned is the election judges platform, the warehouse lease, which is currently temporarily on hold, and the moving expenses, which is currently temporarily on hold. And the reason that warehouse expenditure is on hold is that as real estate was going through the lease negotiations, the landlord identified that it is a triple net lease, which means that the tenant is responsible for all maintenance and repairs and upgrades to the warehouse space. And some of those expenditures included capital expenditures, and anything associated to building maintenance would have fallen into our cost categories to cover those expenses. And as a result of that, the mayor's office has determined, along with the city administrator's office, that we need to revisit that proposal before we move forward. Obviously, it relates to a budgeting scenario. So stand by for that, as we've reached out and have had communications with the controller and with the city administrator's office to schedule some dates in the future. I'm not quite sure what that will look like, but I suspect it will be early January. The next item on your list is the strategic plan. The office continues. I continue to meet with the team leads, discussing election operations, administrative operations, program mission, and objectives. And I am proposing the following actions to take place over the next 30, 60 days, which is to draft a mission statement for the board's review. I would draft a strategic plan for the board's review. And after having discussions with general counsel, we determined that unfortunately, I can't get us all together in a retreat without being on the record for the entire process, which we're not prepared to do. So as a result of that, I'm proposing that I'll meet with 2 members at a time to discuss the drafts for the mission statement as well as a draft for the strategic plan. And I will take the feedback from the 2 commissioners that I meet with at a time. Then I'll go to the next 2 commissioners and take their feedback and then provide another update to the documents to submit to you again for review and comment, with the idea that I will submit to the board in February or March at the latest, a mission statement and a strategic plan ready for your discussion and adoption. And that concludes the detail of my report.
Members of the board, you've heard the report coming from the election director. Are there any questions or comments on any portion of his report? Floor is open.
No questions from me. Thank you, Director Tatum. Thorough and excellent update, and just definitely keep us up to date with city real estate and comptroller's office. Other than that, the proposed action for the strategic plan and the due dates. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sam, any comment?
Just ditto to Ms. Williams' comment.
Maria or Terrence, any comments to the report?
Not at the moment. I think that was pretty clear. Thank you.
Terrence, any comments?
Mr. Tatum, Director Tatum was well received at the GOP Central Committee meeting. Very well received, so much so the Black Republican Council has actually going to send them an invite. I've been told for their, I don't know, I guess it's a gala or something like that, to be a keynote speaker. That was supposed to be a message I was supposed to relate to. I told them to send the invite. They have to read that. So, that's that. Otherwise, thank you for providing all of these. I don't know if we ever actually asked you, would you like questions while you're presenting or wait until afterwards?
I am open.
Okay. And then the other thing is, so it was one that I had. Have we reached out to the police? I think you did say it. I think it was last meeting. Police union, retired police union or something like that. I think that was one. And then there's the Maryland State troopers. Just as possible, community groups that we could, get to help assist on election day as well. We're providing election judges along the same lines of what you're doing already, sir. So, that's it.
Very good. No,
Otherwise,
Are there any other comments? Look for a motion to accept the report.
Motion to accept the report.
Second.
It's been properly moved in second that we receive and accept the report of the director of the Baltimore City Board of Elections. Are there on any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed have the right. The ayes have it. Thank you. Assistant Attorney General. Oh, you included the budget, the warehouse move in the budget in this report. I think you did speak to him.
yes.
Okay.
Nothing to report at this time, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any old business to come before the board? Any old business to come before the board? New business to come before the board. I believe Lisa or Abigail has Abigail has a presentation.
Right, so I have two polling places that I'm bringing in front of the board. They are two changes. One is 27th Ward, 10th Precinct, which is site 146. The old location is Open Bible Baptist Church at 3902 Overley Avenue. The reason we cannot use it anymore is the room that they used was converted into a daycare center and they can't let us use it. The new location we're going to is Wood Home Recreation Center, 7300 Moyer Avenue, which is a distance of 1.2 miles. Do you want to go out on each one separately or together?
Individual.
I move that we approve the move of precinct 20-10 to the Wood Home Recreation Center.
Second.
Has been properly moved and second that we approve the move from Open Bible Baptist Church to Homeland Recreation Center. Are there any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Hearing all those in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed have a right.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Second.
Thank you. The second one is 27th Ward, 39th Precinct, site 162. The old site was St. Mary's Govins Church of Govins at 5502 York Road. The reason that we cannot use it anymore is because the Archdiocese has closed the church. The new location we're going to is Govins Boundary, 5210 York Road, which is right up the street. So this is a 0.3 miles.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's been a motion has been seconded to approve the change from St. Mary's Church of Govins to Govins Boundary Church, 5210 York Road. Are there any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Hearing and seeing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed have a right. The ayes have it. Thank you.
And I
Mr.
thank you for approving them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tatum, did you?
Yeah, Abigail, are there any other updates that we need to provide to the board?
No, I think you got them all.
Okay, thank you. And I'd like to say to the board and remind the board that we all know that Abigail is currently going through rehab on her back. And so she's, while been out of pocket from the office, she has been actively managing folks from her rehabilitation center. And we're very thankful for her.
I have to tell you, it keeps me sane.
Yes.
And I do rehab for 2 hours, and then for the next 6 hours, if I didn't have this to do, I'd be going insane. Some people don't even do it.
She's staying busy.
Yes.
And staying in touch, in contact with staff.
The next meeting of the board will be Thursday, January.
Discuss.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Will be, let me do this first, January 15, 2026. It's remiss, we do have guests, like for you to introduce yourselves.
Okay.
Kate Sullivan from Secure the Vote Maryland. Jolie McShane with Secure the Vote Maryland.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. I will now entertain a motion that the board go into closed session under section 3-305 B1 of our Open Meetings Act. The purpose of the closed session will be to discuss a midterm performance evaluation of the executive director. The reason for going into a closed session is to protect the confidentiality of the personnel matter. Do I have a motion?
Move that we go into closed session.
So moved.
Has been properly moved to second. Are there any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? Any unreadiness? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed have a right. As I stated in my opening, we would like to, from the board, wish everyone a happy Hanukkah and a holiday season. And we see you back in January.
Hold on before you
So,
move. Are you closing the record now?
If you want us to, he shuts it.
Yes,
Yeah.
close the record down.
Yeah.
Hold on, board members.
Should we?
The reason I say that